All right, district breakdown time. Look who I got, man. It's my man Matt Harris, Inside High School Sporter Insider, and we're talking 10-5A Division I. It's our last of the 5A districts. It's a doozy though. It's a monster district. It's got 9 teams. What do you see coming out of that district?
Yeah, 9 teams, and let me tell you, the teams at the top are insanely talented. In fact, Hightower finished tied for 4th in the district last season, and that's a team that's normally competing towards the top of their districts. But when you've got Manville, Katy Paetow, Foster, Hightower, it is a lot of talent. And we'll start with Manville. I want to hit on them real quick. Obviously, the district champions, they're going to really miss quarterback Gabriel Larry and wide receiver Jalen Waltall next year. But guess what? Manville has both of the first-team all-district running backs returning, Ty Harris and DeMonte Seymour, both great weapons for the Mavs. And it really speaks to how effective that Manville running game was last season with having 2 first-team all-district running backs. Normally, I don't know if I've ever seen that. That's pretty cool. And then they return a lot of talent on defense as well with Xavier Potts, Tyree Scranton, Malachi McLean, and Colin Wright, all returning off all-district performances from a year ago. But for as much defensive talent that Manville returns, Paetow's right there. They'll return linebacker Alex Kilgore and Damian Sanford, safety Kentrell Webb, and this is interesting, defensive back Michael Jordan. Not the Bulls Jordan, not Michael B. Jordan, just Katy Paetow's Michael Jordan. So they'll have a lot of talent on defense, and they return 2 all-district offensive performers as well with offensive lineman James Bailey and wide receiver Colt Wilson. So those 2 teams were the top 2 finishers in this district from a year ago, and I think both return the most talent out of anyone coming into 2021.
And this will probably be Paetow's swan song in 5A because they are getting numbers beyond belief, and they'll be up there in that 19-6A kind of district next year. Any other players that we should kind of keep a lookout on in this district?
For sure. Of course, I mentioned Hightower, always a very talented program. They're going to miss Joseph Sam, head coach, who's moving on up to DFW at Arlington Bowie. But they bring in, I believe, Terry's head coach. But he's going to have some stuff to work with. Now, they're going to miss quarterback Jacoby Longino, who's off to UTEP, who had a fantastic senior year. But they do return newcomer of the year wide receiver Caleb Johnson. So there's a little retooling to do at Hightower, but I expect the Hurricanes to be fine because that's a program that is always traditionally loaded with talent. And other than that, yeah, I'm looking out for Caleb Johnson at Hightower, and I'm really looking out for that defensive talent that is returning at Manville and Paetow.
Excellent. Yeah, well, I know one of the guys coming back from Manville is Justin Medlock, who had a huge injury last year. He didn't play hardly at all, but he's a very highly recruited linebacker, and coach told me his cartilage is getting better, and he's ready to go back out there. So, and like you said, the 2 running backs, if you're looking for a new quarterback and you have 2 running backs that can handle their business, that gives the quarterback a little bit more time to get acclimated with his receivers. So
absolutely.
It should be a fun district. And hey, man, we're done with 5A. Next week, we're going to start into 6A, and there's plenty of 6A schools and districts to deal with in Houston area. So I will get back with you next week.
Yes, sir. I'm excited for you. See you then.